How to set up an IPBRICK server on Profitbricks. Access the Profitbricks page and log in. You can find the link to the ISO image of IPBRICK OS in IPBRICK website at iprick.com/Profitbricks. The first step is to transfer the ISO image through FTP to Profitbrick repository. Choose the target region where we want to deploy the IPBRICK virtual machine. Insert account. Copy link of repository. Access FileZilla to make the FTP transfer. Access the Site Manager to add the Profitbricks FTP repository to which we will upload the ISO. Select the option Only use plain FTP. Insert the repository FTP address and your credentials to log in. Copy the ISO image to the repository by dragging the file. Wait for the transfer to be completed. Now that the ISO image is in the Profitbricks FTP repository, we can create the virtual machine in the cloud. That will use the ISO to install IPBRICK OS. In the data center creation, choose the region of the FTP repository to which we upload the ISO file. Click on Create Data Center. As we can see, we already have one option, Internet, in the design field. Select the server option and drag one to the design field. Here, we can choose a name for the server created. Next, we must choose the storage size of the virtual machine in the storage menu. Use a disk with at least 25 gigabytes. Click here to add a private network interface. Then click here to add another network interface that will be public to connect it to the Internet access. Select the option Boot Device and add the CD-ROM with the assembled ISO. This will make the virtual machine start from the ISO image to start the IPBRICK OS installation. In the section Network in the virtual machine setup, we can insert the IP addresses for the network interfaces that we have created by filling the field Primary IP. The private network interface has no Internet access and we need to insert the IP address. The public network interface will be connected to the Internet, so we need to assign a static IP address that we need to reserve. Let's reserve the IP address to have a static one, which must be attached to our public network interface so that every time we reboot the machine, it doesn't change. When you reserve the IP address, choose the same region that was used to upload the ISO and created the data center. Now we can assign the IP address that we have previously reserved. Once all the changes are made, we need to provision them, which will start the server. Then, we can open the remote console where we will begin the IPBRICK installation process. After completing the installation, the machine will reboot. When it starts rebooting, we must close the remote console, shut down the machine by choosing the option Stop, and then change the option to make the machine boot from the HHD storage instead of booting from the ISO again. Insert your account password. Here is where we must change the boot device to the disk. Start the IPBRICK server again. Insert your account password. And access the remote console again to watch the booting process. Then we can access the IPBRICK provision page by using the public address in the web browser. In the first connection, we must ignore the security warning since IPBRICK OS will generate the security certificates, using Let's Encrypt after the provisioning process. It should open the IPBRICK provisioning page, where we need to insert our details such as name, email, company's name, and the domain that we want to use in the machine. After the successful insertion of the details, we must wait approximately 20 minutes in order to let the IPBRICK OS update its information. When the virtual machine is ready, we receive an email from IPBRICK. We can then access to the IPBRICK OS server by using the data provided in the email. And here is our IPBRICK OS ready to use.